Hello everybody, welcome to Tarot and the Star. I'm your host, Melody. We will be doing a missing persons ghost box reading today. And this reading will be on, her name is Lynne Schulze. She went missing in 1971. She was 18 years old from Middlebury, Vermont. My mother picked this case too, because we had her pick the cases for the whole week she wanted to do the era of the 1970s. She felt that there was a lot of people that went missing in the 70s. I am seeing a lot of people that went missing in the 70s, but there's people missing in all ages, right? All timelines. So let's talk a little bit about Lynne. Lynne was a freshman at Middlebury College in Vermont. She disappeared on December 10th, 1971. She was seen outside a gas station at 2:15 p.m. She was across the street from a large building that had health food. So a store was selling health food right across the street from where she was, right? And around 12:30 afternoon that day, she was seen, eating a bag of dried prunes, because she was very health conscious, right? She used to eat a lot of health conscious things, And so the place that she was at, the health food store that she picked that up from, was called All the Good Things. That's what the name of the store was called. So, So she was last seen, like 15 minutes later, she was last seen by one of her friends in her dorm room. And they had an English exam later, around 1 o'clock that day. And, apparently she ended up missing shortly after that. Her friend came back. Her friend walked away for a little bit, came back. And, 5 minutes later, she sees that Lynne's not in the dorm room. Now, here's what's interesting about Lynne Schulze's case, okay? The guy that owns the health food store that we were just talking about, he was charged in another crime with a young girl, just like Lynne. So could that guy had something to do with this? He's not going to confess to it, right? It's just suspicious. It's suspicious because that same guy had something to do with some other girl's disappearance. So let's get into it. Okay. Spirit guides of Lynne Schulze that went missing on December 10th, 1971 from Middlebury, Vermont. Can you tell us if Lynne is still alive today? Spirit guides of Lynne Schulze, or Lynne Schulze if you're no longer with us. Did the guy that owns the All Good Things store have anything to do with your disappearance? Spirit guides of Lynne Schulze, or Lynne Schulze if you're no longer with us today, where can we find your physical remains if you are now deceased? Where can we find you? Spirit guides of Lynne Schulze, or Lynne Schulze if you're no longer with us. Do you have any messages for authorities that can help find the perpetrator that took you? If somebody took you, what information can you provide police or your family to let them know who took you? Thank you so much for coming through, Spirit Guides of Lynne Schulze, or Lynne Schulze if you're no longer with us. We are going to say goodbye to you now, and goodbye to the Spirit Guides of Lynne Schulze.